Last year, the Springbok Dream Team for 30 years of Springbok Rugby was selected. 30 years post 1995 when we won the World Cup for the very first time. What we've decided to do is to build a mobile studio, take it around South Africa, meet all of those players and have some fun along the way.
Let's go have a chat, huh?
Sorry, I didn't sign up for this, did I?
Let's go have a chat.
No, you're coming with and you're driving.
Let's go.
Shotgun.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Fan Van. Been corrected by Jean de Villiers here. But as you can see, there's a big personality missing here today. He's not just a Springbok legend, a World Cup winner, two-time Tri-Nations winner, double European champion, a former World Rugby Player of the Year, a true icon of the sport. And nowadays, he's a brilliant pundit and also a very good drinker. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the legendary blonde angel of death, Schalk Burger Jr.
Welcome to your own show.
I was about to say,
Welcome to your own castle corner.
welcome to my own castle corner, guys. I'm going to sign the Rain
Scala, you know what to do.
Router of Fame.
The root of fame.
Under Andre Pollard. Leave some
Nice.
space for Brian Abena, as we know he's going to take up the bulk. And then I'm going to get myself a refreshment, guys, if you don't
Get
mind.
yourself, you deserve it.
Thank
You
you.
deserve it, Scala.
Scala,
You
what does
deserve
it feel like to be a guest on your own show?
John, you're still going to go through this. This feels kind of weird.
Are you nervous, Scala, being on the other side? Is it?
It
is it
feels like, like when Leon Schuster used to prank us. It feels like Leon's got to come around the corner. It's lovely being on here, guys. Thank you for the introduction. Way too kind, Shimmy.
legendary? I've never heard you called the blonde angel of death.
Well, I mean, we spoke about this earlier.
Angel of death now, not blonde anymore.
You know how was that on cue?
The
You said
angel of
the
death.
angel of death, the
Yeah,
ambulance.
I mean, we
drives
can't just
past.
name ourselves any nicknames, can we? Like, I mean, we get the smiling assassin. He's going to be on. And I'm convinced he gave it to himself. He'll be on later in the season, but I have never heard the blonde angel of death.
Scala, but one thing about you...
Sorry, that sounds like my missus, actually, to be honest. I must remember
Oh,
that.
yeah, Jeeves, yeah. Shelly, ignore that. Most Springbok 15s that are chosen, no matter by who or whatever, your name's always there as you know, as the flanker. But obviously now you ultimate Springbok Dream Team. How does it feel, you know?
Well, I don't think the thing sort of came about.
Yeah.
You like, okay, yeah, I mean, like it will be nice to make it, but it's never something you like think, okay, you deserve to be there. And whenever it happens, like it's always quite nice to get some recognition for what you achieved. And, it feels like yesterday when we were still playing, but it's obviously getting on a bit in time now. So, it's always a nice privilege to be in these teams and being recognized for what you did. Like it's quite a few, John would attest to this, and you too, Shimmy, quite a few injuries and dedication and hard work. And to get a little bit of recognition or glamour out of it, I think is always quite nice.
It's also because obviously the three of us have a lot of fun together, and we do this quite a bit now. But it's nice also to recognize him and talk about his career and what was achieved. Because I think so. We do the analysis and all of that, but we haven't actually gone into a deep dive of his career, which was an absolute spectacular one.
Yeah. But I always say, Scala, sorry to interrupt you. I've said sorry, but loose forward in South Africa has got a big weight on it. If you look at what we've produced, how many guys have done well globally in South Africa, loose forward and tight five is generally the South African position. The weight of that achievement is actually quite big from a South African point of view.
I always say, like, it's our national build as South Africans. If you take the bulk of South Africans working in the street, like most of them will be loose forwards.
Yeah.
They look like loose forwards, or if they're a bit slimmer and faster, they're a centre.
And better looking.
And there's so many good ones, like not only the ones like you think of Peter Steph now, who's, like double world, best rugby player of the world. Obviously
John Smith.
double John Smith. But you look at your era and how many good rugby players there were at Looseford. You're actually quite lucky, I think, to get through and get your sort of your nose in front. And that's the thing with a career. You need a lot of luck, and then you need someone who trusts you as a player. And then once you get your nose in front, like it's not to let it go, because so many players do get their nose in front and they play a couple of test matches or a couple of years and then they sort of take a step back. And once you've taken that step back, I think it's so hard to get back. So, yeah, it's a position that I think every single South African boy that's got some length to him or size to him says, listen, I want to be the next Peter Steph de Toy. Yeah.
It's amazing also if you think about, coming back to the selection of the Dream Team, quite a few impressive guys that were kind of vying for that position.
Yeah.
And that, he competed with 2 World Cup winning captains.
Yeah.
and still was able to come out on top. So
yeah, and you know them all so well. Like that's South Africa, like we all get along really well. So obviously Francois Pienaar is the one, and Siya Kolisi, there's that mad photo where I was playing for the Boks. We were playing a test at the old Boetie Rasmussen P, and then I gave him a signature, and someone captured the photo. So like we ended up playing a lot of rugby together. And then obviously now we, like as Siya, you call him a friend and you watch him play a lot of rugby still.
Today is a big day. We have the honor to buy South Africa's car.
Yes, sir.
Make her go YOLO and buy her. Make her a deal on her Kia that makes her go. Make him an offer on his Amarok that makes him say, for her hyena. That money must be in the bank account before they can say, darling, we're going to mortgage.
Yes.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Are you hungry?
Yeah.
No. I ate at home. Saki, you're not ready. The rest of you, buy South Africa's cars.
We buy cars. We're passionate about buying your car.
Scala, just things like this just don't happen by themselves. I mean, tell us your story, having a couple of beers, a fantastic South African company called Rain.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, we've got the fan van and we're here smiling.
No, so I go to Forest most Sundays, as most people would know. They can attest to the fact. And I go there for a little Sunday roast. And I walked in there, and Graham Smith was sitting on the left, and Doug Worth was sitting there, and then Brandon Lee was also,
Who's Doug Worth?
sitting.
Were they holding hands?
Doug Worth is
that big guy that
he's responsible for closing most sponsorships at the end of a SA20 game. He's just a big unit.
He's a big man.
that big guy that they
No, he's built like a
Looks like security.
no, he's built like a rain meter. It's all top and no bottom. Yeah, you can fill the cup from the top.
It's also nice that he's standing behind the camera there, and then he can't say anything. Yeah.
But like the next moment, like their table and our table became one. We flew into a couple of drinks of choice. And the next moment, we were talking about like our podcast. And I was like, listen, okay, but I'll put John in contact with you. And then, the next thing we know is off we go, and we've got a new sponsor in Rain for the fan van. I think that lunch is worth talking about one day on one of these podcasts.
Yeah.
Brandon, by the end of it, was speaking Swahili, and I was fluent in French. But we got a deal out of it eventually. So, yeah, it was incredible how these things happen. It's just like organically, we're in the same space. We talk about stuff. He's got some interesting projects he's on. He's got a phone coming. We sit here with the loop. He's got the Router of Fame right behind us here, and then next moment we've got a podcast together.
Scala, you grew up in a rugby family. From day one, your old man loves a glass of red wine and a rugby story too. What was it like watching him as a youngster?
Yeah, so like my memory is a little bit vague watching him play games. Like I don't know what I was doing, but like we used to sit the most awesome.
It wasn't TV, mate.
Yeah, but like it was the most awesome seats. So like my earliest rugby memory was like going to a captain's run on a Friday, and they had like the Dream Team.
Yeah.
And
that was with Eastern Province.
Like
That's a good story. I'm just getting a beer for the story.
Western Province. So
Western Province.
So like I was born in PE. Born in the Eastern Cape, but then they moved down when I was a year old. And like that awesome run, and just after that, like obviously you started going to captain's runs. And like the old Newlands, like as you walk through the tunnel on the right, that used to be the scholar seats.
Yeah.
And we watched every single game there. But my earliest memory was going to Newlands, and they were having a captain's run, and Donnie Clarber joined down at Western Province at the time. He was obviously a superstar beyond, like he was playing in a different generation, Donnie Clarber. Like every game, the guy just pitched up and did what he wanted to. So my old man was running around their captain's run, and then they run off, and then we filled like the old aluminium tub and the half-cut oranges, and we sort of gave it out, and then they chased us around. But I think the thing that stood out in the beginning was the smell.
Yeah.
You know, it was
The
like
breweries.
the grass, the breweries, which I thought was Maltabella pub at
Yeah.
the time. That like little, you're not knowing that, like, okay, Jesus, hops and yeast and water, and like how delicious that's going to be one day. And then the last thing was like that rugby, the deep heat smell. Like back in the day, it was wintergreen, but that smell was like, you know, I mean, you went to bed that night and you had that rugby smell, and it was just like imprinted. So. I guess from a young age, you were always going to be, you know, quite likely to follow a rugby career.
Yeah. But you chose cricket first.
First cricket, yeah.
What cricket? We've seen you batting a bit. That's super over. Very good, lefty.
Yeah, so I always loved my cricket, man. If you're a big South African sports lover, like cricket and rugby, sort of the two main ones in our like area we grew up. So. Loved my cricket in summer, and then I was a slow starter in rugby, but loved my rugby. I played plenty of rugby when I was young, and then at high school, just the cricket just happened a bit quicker. You know, like I started playing with John, this guy. We had an opening stand of 200 wicket keeper and opening bat at one stage, pinch hitter. We got him in.
Opening stand of what is it now? 379.
I think it was 200, but now it's like 289. And even the guys.
It was 1,000 runs.
We played against Vredenburg, and even those guys remind you, like, geez, you made 300-run opening stand. As we nearly lost John out the fan van.
His knee could have gone there.
Played lots of cricket, and then finished school, and then it was like cricket was the sport that I was quite keen to follow, you know, like pursue cricket career, and then started playing some rugby on the side. And then my first year was pretty nuts at Stellenbosch. So like you went from playing courses rugby,
which you wasn't allowed to do as a contracted cricketer.
Then I got injured. Then I got invited like as a third reserve on a Bloemfontein. So it's basically the whole of Stellenbosch Marties go to play Koffsies in Bloemfontein. You get loaded on the train and you go all the way across. And you get there, and then the guy that was meant to start, he got injured. So on the train or fell ill. I started, and the next moment I was playing for Marties under 21s. And 2 weeks later, I was playing for Marties, and then. Like my friend joked that I was just playing for a new team every weekend. And that was in 2002. And before we knew it, like we won a World Cup under 21s at the time.
Talking about under 20, there's some youngsters. Guys, you want to come here?
They're coming to say hi.
What do you...
Come say to Schalk and John.
We chat about the top though.
What do we...
Hallo, Schalk. How's it? How's it, guys? Schalk, how's it, man?
Speel jullie maar een proef over?
How's it, Shimmy? How you doing?
Okay. Yeah.
How's it?
How's English?
You need to stay here.
It's okay.
It's okay. Come stay. Just what
All black
say?
jersey, what's happening? Are you from New Zealand?
Why are you...
No, I'm not from New Zealand.
Not from New Zealand.
No, I'm from small supporter.
Is it?
So Springboks #1, right?
Yeah, I know they're number one.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And you
So
guys
you
are
got training?
training here?
Yes, sir.
Are you
we
at
have
Affie's?
training.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
We're at Affie's.
So you train, how old are you guys? Jeebus.
We're matric now, so.
You're Craven players?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Okay.
congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
Positions?
I'm lock, sir.
Lock,
Yes.
Wing.
wing,
Nice.
8th man.
and 8th man.
Paul Jim was an easy game for you guys this year.
No, man.
Yeah, we can't say that, but he can say that.
I won't put
Today
you
was
guys
a
in.
nice game at least.
Yeah, there you go. No, well done. And good luck for the
Alright,
Craven
guys.
week, eh?
Thank you, sir.
No, lekker. But
Good
thanks
luck,
for
eh?
coming on, guys.
Thanks, appreciate
Cheers,
it.
Good luck
man.
for the
Keep
Craven.
well.
Now
Cheers.
we'll check.
Yeah.
There was hele doppo.
Yeah. All the
Okay.
best, man.
Cheers,
Lekker manne, baie
guys.
sterkte hoor.
Cheers, guys. Cheers.
Cheers, guys.
Stay
Bye-bye.
good to have you guys.
Reach there.
Cheers, tossies, eh?
Give me that.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers, man.
Cheers.
Send us the invoice for the appearance fee, okay? Thanks.
Cheers, guys.
Scala, at school with this guy.
Yeah.
I'd have loved to see you at school, John.
No,
Not as a rugby player,
but I'm
just you.
older than him. We didn't spend that much on the cricket field.
In the cricket
We-
field. I was next to him in the slip court in there. He was keeper.
Was he humble?
If he were, no, he's never been humble.
Yeah, I thought so.
No, humble's not his strong suit. But like if he bowled it down leg side, he'll go for one, and the second one he'll just let it go for wide. Good hands though as keeper. We had one opening stand of note, and now, as we mentioned, it's like 280 now. How many is it?
350.
280.
Definitely 350.
But John was 2 years older than me.
I still am.
Still 2 years at school, and obviously we didn't play together.
Yeah.
But like, obviously ended up watching a lot of rugby. Like, this guy had knee operations at school already, a couple of them. Yeah. How many did he have?
No, too many. 3.
3 at school.
It's been a wicked keeper, man. Scala, let's go back. This is
Yeah.
about Scala.
It is
John.
about Scala, yes.
exactly.
I'm
This
glad
is
you
almost
realize
like a-
that.
You made, okay, SA under 21, you're part of that very good team. One at Ellis Park, I'm sure.
Yeah. So Clyde
That-
Rathbone captain.
Yeah.
John de Villiers on the wing actually.
Yeah.
Louis Swartboy
Yeah.
inside centre. Francis Swart.
Yeah.
Well, you
Fourie,
got,
Ricky January.
look, Gathrostein come.
Yeah.
Gary Botha,
Pat Barnard was.
Pat Barnett
quite
didn't make it. Juan Smith at lock.
Quentin Geldenhuis.
Quinton Gelders
On
played
the
for
bench.
Italy. Pedri Vandenberg, Jacques Cronje, Roland Bernard didn't make
Johan
it. Schalk.
Smith. You mentioned him at lock. Myself.
Ricky January, Farida Priya, Francois Swart,
JP Nell.
JP Nel,
Clyde Rathbone.
Odwa,
Yori Miller. Odwa.
Yuri.
I mean, like a lot of Springboks in that group.
Yeah. The All Black team had Dan Carter, am I right?
No, so Dan wasn't there that year, but they were a really good side.
And the Aussie
That's
team.
like, I think, Rokokoko, Sionu Lawaki,
Yeah.
the proper side.
Sam Tuitupa.
Sam Tuitupa,
Ben,
he took care of John de Villiers. Like, that could like he was amazing.
Scrum cap like a rocket
Scrum
and just
cap like a
smashed
rocket.
everything.
Munster man, he's going to, that's what was John was going to say next. And the Australian side, we played in the final. So we played them in the semi at Rao and then the final at Ellis Park. That is Matt Henjack, Matt Guitar, that whole generation. They were awesome players. So, you know, like if you're a generation, and Andre alluded to it earlier, if you win a World Cup at that age, you earmarked for greatness, I think, your generation. And you see it now with, you know, the current junior box, you know, the under 20s. You know, that generation is building up to something special.
Yeah. Even the successes, kind of when was it, 98 when South Africa won it, then 2002,
John
then
Smith's,
2012,
then
you know. So
Clyde
those groups
Rathbone
kind
and
of
us.
a big chunk of those groups kind of goes on to
Yeah.
to then represent the Springboks.
Scala, World Cup, 20 years old, debut against Georgia.
Yeah.
What was it like getting into the box? Look,
Look, I mean, I think we got into unique circumstances, and Jock Free and Derek Hougaard, we were the youngsters. We were a super inexperienced side. Like I think, like obviously Joos van der Westhuizen on 89 caps or whatever, and then you had like Corne who played like I think at the 42 caps or whatever for the Boks. And then there was the rest of us. Like a guy like Victor would have had like 20 odd caps.
Yeah.
I don't even think that many.
And he would have been the next most experienced player, and John Smith.
Yeah.
And then you had a bunch of youngsters. And like our build-up, a lot's been said about that. But I guess the positive that came out of that build-up is that next year when Jake took over, I think we had to address certain things.
Yeah.
And he brought back Os and he brought back Monty. And we at least knew how not to do it. You know, like which sometimes I think is probably a big benefit. And then we sort of started a culture of, you know, what do we want? You know, friends, family, high performance, Springboks. And I think that culture has obviously evolved as we've stepped away and new generations taken over. But that culture is still pretty much, I think, the culture that the Boks adhere to today.
Andre Pollard mentioned as well in the disappointment of 2015 kind of fuels them now still and fuels them for 2019 and 2023. And I think it's the same with that group that was part of 03 in that, you know, you were given the opportunities, you were the best player, the time just wasn't right then, but taking that disappointment, and I think that was a big part of being able to get that success in 07.
You talk about your debut. Like your debut was obviously short-lived. Mine was the opposite. Like I was on the bench, selected on the bench. And then like at halftime, Rudolph Straley said, listen, we're going to put you on. And then Hendro Scholes got a yellow card.
I remember Hendro,
So I was like chomping at the bit, you know, like you're like, and then you never know. Like then, you know, Joe van Niekerk came off and then you're like, you know, how's it work? Am I going to get this opportunity to get on? And then you go on and then you just, like it's a blur. You just fly around there. And then afterwards, you actually got to go rewatch what happened in that little 30-minute stint you got. So I absolutely loved it.
Jay comes in 2024.
Yeah,
No,
2004.
2020.
No, 2004. Sorry, my mistake, John. It happens once a year. But then you end up end of the year World Player of the Year, 21 years old,
We-
recognized as the best player in the world.
Yeah, which it's
At 21.
At 21. Yeah, which is probably, if you think back now, at the time you don't think much of it. Now you think back, it's pretty incredible. Your first full international season, played 3 test matches in 03. But Jay came in, and we obviously knew him well from under 21s, and then he was like, "We're going to win like Tri Nations this year."
It's a World Cup.
And then he said, "We're going to win a World Cup." And we were all sitting there thinking, "Oh my word! Like we need some of what he's on. You know,
Yeah.
this is never going to happen."
Yeah.
And then we had Ireland, like a really good Ireland side, come, to Bloemfontein and Cape Town, and then we beat them convincingly. And then we had really good opportunities to actually go beat New Zealand. In New Zealand, Dougie Howlett scored after the hooter, and then Australia beat us in Perth only just. And then, I think that gave us all the belief that, okay, you can make a big difference. And we won the Tri Nations. And like with all these things, if the team goes really well, it's easy to win an award. You've just got to do your bit. Like if you take about South Africa and Peter Steph's success at that awards, it's off the back of the Springboks being good. So, look, I mean, that first year was amazing. Like,
Yeah.
I absolutely loved it. Something new, and you want to prove a point. So, you're lucky not to get injured in those years, I think, where you chuck yourself about like that, which obviously later in my career I had plenty of. But, like, absolutely loved it.
I think in a way, you changed the loose forward play a little bit as well for open sider. We were just willing to, and I think the hair had an effect.
Yeah.
The
Obviously
hair,
as well.
the hair looked like there's 2 of them on the
Yeah,
field.
because he would throw his flipping body wherever, and it was on screen and on the field you could just see it, and it was in your face all the time. No respect for your body, and I think the older you got, the smarter you become as well as a player, and you adapted your game a little
Well,
bit.
you have to. I don't think you can keep on doing that for
No.
a long time. But like that first year was amazing because you were learning so quickly and so much because you're playing against great players. You're playing against Richie McCaw. Like
George Smith.
And then you go
George
across
Smith,
the way, you
Phil
play
Wall.
against George Smith and
Yeah.
Phil Wall.
Lewis Moody.
Richard Hill.
Just
still.
a try. Richard Hill.
and Neil Back.
Neil Back. So you're playing against incredible players, which you're a youngster and you sort of, like you've got to learn on the job. It's not good enough.
Yeah.
And I can remember we played the All Blacks the one week, and then the next week we played the Wallabies, and obviously McCaw was work rate. Like his work ethic was amazing. Like that run to the first ruck, or just flat out work rate. So you had to match that. And then went across the pond, and he played against George Smith, and he just stood still.
Yeah.
He didn't move.
Yeah.
But he had a massive impact on the game, like vital turnovers or nice skill set. So it was amazing to learn, amazing to see them, and then you've got to learn accordingly to try and play against both.
That loose forward combination, you played, you were a constant with the Springbok setup. The Dwayne Vermeulen's, Donny Rousseau, Joe Van Niekerk, I think AJ Venter, Cornet. I don't really pick a favorite though, but what were the nuances? How did it work? Because you work as a threesome there, you got to understand.
I would say we never really consistently had an eighth man.
Yeah?
Like our eighth men were like season, like you take a World Cup, for example, Donny Rousseau played eighth. We lost Pierre before that. Joe Van Niekerk, Jacques Cronje before that. But like it's pretty much my constant was John Smith.
Yeah.
So the 2 of us, and like we had it was an amazing combo. So I would say like the most comfortable I was playing for the Boks is when John Smith was on blindside flanker for that bulk of time. Obviously, I then had a sabbatical when I got injured in 11 and 12 and 13. Didn't play much test matches, and I came back, and obviously the loose trio looked a bit different. I formed part with Fransolo and Dwayne Vermeulen, which was super comfortable because that was the Stormers loose trio at the time. So, we also had some special. I think that was probably the best balance we had if the 3 of us played
Yourself,
together.
Dwayne and Fleur.
Yeah, I think so. But I think like as Springboks, John Smith's the player you don't played with at franchise level, but when we got together, it was just it was synergy. He was also like a big competitor. John
It's
Smith.
a tough guy there. tough man.
By far, I think the most underrated player.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think anyone that ever played with him would attest to it that he's kind of the guy you want in your
Yeah.
team, and probably also didn't get the recognition he ever should have playing for the Boks. But I
Yeah.
mean, such a fierce competitor, and like you said, and what you also say there in that as a it needs to work as a combination. And certainly when you played with him, it was
Yeah, but John would know
spectacular.
with centre, it works
same
like that.
thing,
You know,
man.
you play, and he would have played with Jock Free, or
Yeah.
whenever they
Yeah.
played together, there was something. I don't know. You can't really describe it. Why, but like the way I move and the way he moved, you were just in sync. Yeah. So like our Etzman came in and went during our tenure. At that stage.
Second World Cups, Samoa. Was it a high tackle? You almost got.
Oh, geez, I mean, like, guys, I
Laureus-
like with all of this, if you look at it in isolation now, you're like, geez, like that's a bit of everything. It's a high tackle, high shot. But like, I think everyone who was on that field, like, I mean, they would say that first 20 minutes was probably the scariest things they've ever seen. I mean, I remember sitting after the game and having a few beers with Horst Durant, and he said, like, if someone asked him if he was scared, he would have put up his hand and said, yes, I'm scared. No, it was
the Tuilangi's
It
and
was
yeah.
it was mad. It was everyone was flying. Obviously, Henry Tuilagi was the poster boy for how mean a Samoan rugby player can look and run and be. I mean, he is as wide as this fan van. He's quite short, so there's no target. I just remember me and Donnie Rousseau sitting in the vacuum and Butchie James standing out there going like, I'm not touching this thing. I'm not touching- there's no
Number
chance.
8's yours.
Yeah,
They said, yeah, that's what Butchie
is
said, yeah.
yours, and he was the line-out trigger. So he started running, the hooker chucked it in, and I got like a bit of an angle, and I hit, and I just saw Donnie Rousseau sitting at the bottom there, and it's one of those where you jump on his back and you try and just put your legs in between and stop him. So, geez, that was frantic. And with these games back in the day, like that, that physical intimidation, like you wanted to give it back. So like I obviously went overboard, but like I was trying to chuck myself about there during the game. Got a first like a disastrous suspension, like a 4-week suspension, and then we went on appeal, and that got it dropped down to 2 weeks, which saved my World Cup.
Sean, were you there then? You played
I
the Samoa
was
game,
there
yeah.
for that game.
So
Yeah.
And then I wasn't there anymore.
So like if there was one guy you wanted to try and tackle, it was Lemi, the
Yeah.
fullback.
David Lemmy, the
David
fullback.
Lemmy is-
Smallest guy on the pitch.
He's
Definitely
like,
not a
he's
Samoan.
like a Chisholm Colby size.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And John
Trying
tried to tackle him
Head hit my arm.
and popped his bicycle.
Bison gone. Did you fly back home, or you came back later?
Yeah, no, flew back home, got operated on, and then luckily went back for the semi and the final to watch the boys.
Winning the World Cup, Scholar?
Yeah, it's the greatest.
You were there. I mean, both you guys were there.
It's the greatest. Like, I mean, obviously, you end up playing quite a few. I ended up playing quite a few World Cups, and you've pretty much got everything. You've got, a quarterfinal, 2 quarterfinals. You've got a third, fourth playoff. But the win is special. And I think, like, these Boks now can attest that pressure situation. I mean, they were a little bit different where they were all hated after they knocked France out. Before that, they were loved. But that last 3 weeks for the current crop of Boks in 2023 was brutal. We were never really that loved until we played England in the final.
Yeah.
And then the whole of France basically turned green and gold. The Eiffel Tower was green and gold. So they didn't want England to win a World Cup in France. And like that was such a weird game for us because we beat them 36-0 on the pool stage. But we played them here at Loftus, gave them, I think, 55. Maybe we nearly gave them 60
in
Bloom.
So
So
You scored that. Was that
that
game
was that snake, where
the
no one
snake
wanted
try.
to touch him because what he did before the game, like we.
Please tell us that story again quickly. One quickly last time.
this show's about Schalk.
Okay, cool.
And,
Okay.
and we can ask him. When
We'll
he
get to
thinks
that
so.
story when you talk. Yeah.
And so you get to that final, and England basically had a bit of a, chucked the coach's scripts out the window, Brian Ashton, and sort of just went back to forwards, Johnny Wilkinson, Bully. They did it successfully against Australia, which was the big upset, I think, for them.
Yeah, the semi.
Yeah, in Marseille.
A quarter, rather.
In the quarters. We managed to win that World Cup. And like to escape that pressure situation, you always got to come back to South Africa. And then, like, I think all of us were just taken aback by OR Tambo. When you arrive there and there's 80,000 people, and to see what it's meant for South Africa and having the Bokkoers over here, like for us, that was I mean, I think the most rewarding, because when you are winning it away from home, you don't get that sense.
You don't realize what's happening
And
back
also
home.
nowadays, there wasn't social media like there is now. So you get a phone call and you read a few papers and you get a few videos sent across. But at the Bok Mania, when we got back, was just unreal.
Skull, I'd have loved to see you in the days of social media.
Listen here.
He's not on social media now, even.
No,
Which is smart.
No, we got approached to start social media profiles. I just thought the better thereof. You know, I didn't want to do it. John's was a late entry to it. Like I every now and then get some clips of him promoting something, selling time.
Selling time.
I'm bad with it as well, but I mean, we were saved. I think the pressure of international sport or professional sport is already it's so much, and I think you open yourself up for just more pressure when you constantly want to get that gratification and
like to that point, like affirmation we got from our teammates or your coaches or your friends whose opinion you value. But like these guys, their affirmation is now through social media.
Yeah.
I mean, it must be brutal.
Because affirmation can also turn into criticism.
Yeah.
yes.
Very quickly. So you take the good with the bad.
And it's so easy, you know, to sit there and just be a keyboard warrior and say whatever you want and tell someone how bad they are. But I mean, you never played the game yourself, probably, and there's no context to it. So it's fierce. It's tough out there, and as a professional player, you need to decide whether you want that or not. So I think, in a way, we were saved from it, but also probably also saved our careers that it wasn't there.
Listen here, there's a few videos snuck out from us, you know, like celebrating certain things. I mean,
but harmless, Scala.
it was good though. Yeah, it's good. Yeah. I mean, John just stole a McDonald's cheeseburger every now and then. That's what he did.
Scully, you guys were long time. You only roomed with this guy, eh?
Well, in the beginning, not, but then yes, forever. Stormers, Western Province, Roomies, Bok Roomies. And back in the day, like when you played your 50 caps, then you got your
own room.
You got your own room, which was a nice perk to have. But yeah, we were roomies forever.
Who controlled the remote, the TV remote? That's quite an important one.
I've got no idea, really.
No, I think we...
Not the older one.
Yeah. You either watch rugby or cricket. It's actually
There was
quite
only
simple.
sport, yeah.
And Scala, there's been some legendary comments, but who was the toughest guy? I mean, you always talk about Jerry Collins. I mean, that's well documented.
So, like, once you get past some of the South Africans, like, I mean, Bucky Sputter was obviously just cleaning you with his head. You know, you play at this place behind you. You open side flanker for the Stormers Western Province. You know, those games were brutal back in the day. But I don't know how it came about. Like, me and Jerry, the proper biff at each other for a long, long time. And I remember like a shaved hair like I had now, and I came on and tackled him and maybe growled or grunted a bit. I was like, because he was obviously pretty dominant in that game. And then the very next year we played them and we played Super Rugby. We were out playing in Palmerston North. And we had a long kick, and he was carrying it back from the back. I mean, we're not even mentioning the other loose forwards. You know, Rodney Sealo and Chris Masoe. I mean, it's not like one you've got to look after. And there was an enormous gap between me and Chris Rousseau, Slicks Rousseau next to me. And like, I know where I was running. I was going to run straight at Slicks, and he looked at Slicks, and he obviously recognized me from the year before or whatever. And then just came straight at me. And that's sort of where it kicked off. And I just returned the favor for many, many a year.
Yeah. 2009, we had Loftus. Second test, am I right,
The second test, yeah.
His 50th test, mate.
My 50th game.
You know what the next question is?
Is there a British and Irish line sitting somewhere there?
What's it,
Brutal
30,
test.
32 seconds in.
Was it 32 seconds in?
Even quicker, I think it was a kickoff.
Yeah.
Yeah, you probably look back here, not your proudest moment, hey? I don't know.
Was it 32? I didn't realize it was that soon in the game.
First kickoff. But like you obviously, like, people forget how intense those Lions test series gets. You think of the previous one, that was in COVID, so it wasn't even a crowd. But like, you know, the 2.5 before and after the games, And that series was no different.
And the emotion.
The emotion is huge.
In
Yeah.
09, after the disappointment of
Yeah.
97,
Yeah.
the Lions
Exactly.
winning year, and then you go into this with emotion, and
Yeah.
sorry, Schalk, but he missed out on the first test match because of the injury.
Yes.
Then you get back, your first opportunity now, it's your 50th game.
Yeah.
And like I was always before, like I felt like I said, yeah, but like obviously that game I overstepped the mark. Hence, I never used to be psyched up before. And then you get it wrong. I mean, after that, like obviously, like you have to reset, and we went to play the other 70 minutes, and like it was one of the most amazing test matches to be a part of. How does that thing finish with Jacques Foury's try? Ronan O'Gara playing Fourie Dupree in the air, that kick from Morné Steyn. I mean, we had Henrik Pollard on this show, and he goes how good Morné was as a kicker. And at that time, if someone was going to kick for your life, it was Morné Steyn. It couldn't have been a more exciting test match, bar for me, obviously, personally. And then I got an 8-week suspension off the back of that, which was also, not ideal. But yeah, I mean, it's one of those things that, like, whenever the Boks play the Lions, obviously, my misdemeanor comes to the fore.
What I love about Morné Steyn is, how, like we said with Andre, same thing, where he's like in the zone. You see, he just keeps his routine or whatever.
Yeah.
So after kicking the kick, he then bends down, watches go over, bends down, picks up his tee and kind of turns around, because that's how he finishes
like
every
any
single
other kick
yeah.
now.
Like any other kick. And at that stage, I mean, we're all jumping on
and
him.
also the main thing about, like, you asked the question to Andre when he was on, it's like, did he want it? Like, he wanted it. Like, he was like, this is my kick. No one else gets a looking. We're like, this is my kick to have, you've got to want that opportunity. Yeah.
Sean, as a Munster man, did you ever speak to, when you were there with O'Gara, did you ever talk to him about that kick? That
First
penalty?
week.
And what did he say?
I think we were actually the first week I got, so back then it was still 1 day training in Limerick, 1 day training in Cork. Okay,
Yeah.
so you have to travel in between.
Yeah.
And so for the sessions in Cork, and after the game, we actually kicked a bit. I kicked a bit with him, just normal kicking, and then he kicked a high ball, and I kind of jumped up, and I said, just don't play me in the air. He said, oh no, we're gonna get on very well.
Yeah. Stella, just quick one. 2013 assist in your spinal cord. It was life-threatening, actually. What's it? Bacterial meningitis.
That's it.
Six weeks in ICU.
It was a long time. I mean, that actually started in 2012.
Yeah?
So, first game of the season, Stormers, Hurricanes, Newlands did a knee, pretty much nearly got a knee, career end on the knee. That was the entire year.
Yeah.
And then I came back pre-season, obviously, like, me in a gym and rehab, like, I absolutely hated. So I was like so keen to get back. And then I started getting like neural fallout in my left leg, went for a scan, and they discovered like I had a cyst that was compressing 2/3 of my spinal cord. I went in for a smaller operation procedure. John actually picked me up at the hospital after that. And I had the small procedure to see what it's about. And I picked up a bacterial infection in that operation. And then that nearly took me out. Pretty much, I think that was it from playing rugby for sure. But then also, like day 4, they phoned family and friends to say, listen, I think this is it. You might not
Time
make
to
it.
say goodbye.
Time to say goodbye, or he might survive this, but he won't be the same. He'll have some scarring left from whatever he had. So day 6 of bacterial meningitis, we had amazing, a doctor there got me on the right meds, opened my eyes, and besides some selective hearing, my wife claims, like, I felt pretty normal. So, and then the process started to get better. Like at the time, the life threatening part, that was like 6 days. That was done. But I still had a cyst that was going to paralyze me.
Yeah.
And that took another further 4 operations. And I was in hospital pretty much for, 3 months, nearly 4 months. Went in at 110, came out at 90. And pretty much had to start walking again from the get-go. So, yeah, it was brutal. And then after a while, because you go back to stores,
Yeah.
and you start running around there on a treadmill a little bit or cycling, and then you start playing a bit of touch. And I went for my final checkup, and my neurosurgeon, Dr. Kusia, he's passed away since. I walked into him and I said, listen, is there any chance that I can play rugby? And he said, listen, absolutely no chance. What's wrong with you? And I said, like, come on, please, just let me play one more game. He says, yeah, you can play rugby, but you'll never be Schalk Burger again.
Yeah.
And as he said that, I don't know, like I sort of said, okay, I'll go show you.
Yeah.
And then end of 2013, so like I played one game in 2012. End of 2013, came off the bench for Western Province in the Currie Cup. And then actually the game that proved to me that I've still got what it takes to play for the Springboks is Steve Hansen phoned me up to play for the Barbarians end of 2013 against Fiji. And he said, no, I've watched you come off the bench. You're going to play 80 minutes. And I was like, listen, I don't think I can play 80 minutes. He said, no, you're going to play 8 minutes, open side flanker, you'll be fine. And I played that game at Twickenham and, went really well. And I was like, okay, I still got it. Let's try and get back into the Springbok mix. So 2014, with Heineken mate, came off the bench. Actually, against Scotland in Port Elizabeth, Andre Pollard's first game. That was my first start after 2011 quarterfinal, the famous quarterfinal. And then you play that one game, and then you get the set, like let's go back. And then 2015 was my last year with the Springboks, and started every game.
Come back, 2014, he was Player of the Year, South African Player of the Year.
Yeah.
2014.
Yeah.
That's when he scored the try against England.
Yes.
Yeah, to get the winning try.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's when I'm back.
I'm back. Yeah. So I only got 2 starts. So 2015 I was South African Player of the Year, but 2014 I got 2 starts, and I told Heineke I don't have to have 2 starts. I'd like to have more, but I only got 2. So Scotland and England, and that was my way back in.
2015 Laureus World Comeback of the Year.
Yeah, like it's.
Did you know that, John?
I was there.
He was there in Shanghai.
Okay.
In Shanghai.
Okay.
It's one of those weird awards, you win it, but like there's so many great stories. I think everyone deserves a medal, everyone that's nominated. So managed to get that one. It was actually a very, very good evening after that in Shanghai.
Yeah.
We were there with Superman.
Yeah. Superman was there.
Henry Cavill.
Henry Cavill was celebrating with us.
He's a rugby guy, isn't he?
Yeah, loves rugby.
Loves rugby.
You
You know that. You know something about rugby.
He's Superman.
He's Superman, bro. And he won the award.
Scala,
Superman was there. He wasn't,
then you became a Saracen.
Yeah.
Now every Saracen loves that club.
Yeah, I know.
And an Arsenal supporter, yeah? He loves Munster, you love Saracens.
Yeah, I do. I mean, it was such a cool time we had there. We were obviously super successful. Won 2 Europeans and 2 Prems, and one of them was a double. And you go there to challenge yourself. If you're a little bit older, because I was in Japan before that, loved Japan, played there with Rita Priya at Suntory. And you go across to Saracens and you can just relate to the culture. And I think that was the big thing. It was like a South African feeling culture, big family environment. Kids come with you to the training facility. They had a crest on site, so the kids were in the back there. They come eat lunch with you. They chase them out for 5 minutes. You have a quick meeting and you pitch up and you go play. And that European dominance was the one that really, I think, was Saracens' thing. We wanted to play well in Europe. And we managed to get 2 in the 3 years I was there. And the year before that, they won a double as well. So, in that little 4-year stint, it was the most dominant club in Europe.
Beat Munster easily.
Beat Munster easily. Sean,
you're still here.
Rassie Erasmus and Johan van Graan as coaches when they come up against us. So it was a little bit bittersweet. Yeah.
Scala, so you didn't like gym.
Mm-hmm.
You like beer.
Yes.
A glass of wine.
Yes.
Time with your mates.
Yep.
World Player of the Year, World Cup winner,
Yeah, I know.
European
Yeah.
champion. What's it with the Prem twice? What Investec, whatever the
Yeah,
Champions Cup
Champions
now,
Cup.
2 or 3 times.
Yeah,
Three
two
ti-
times.
2 times. Without having a
Not
real.
really getting
But
in
you
the
had
gym.
lungs though. You could run.
I could
You
run.
run.
I could
He
run.
was at full tilt all the time.
It wasn't very fast, but
There's
I
a
just went
lesson
flat
in that.
out.
Just go, give it everything all the time.
I just kept on going. But like, geez, guys, I hated the gym. And it actually started like I was a youngster and I was coming from the cricket field and I went to S21 trials and I had to bench and everyone was like benching, I don't know, there was a parameter they had to get to 140 or whatever. And I said, no, I've never benched in my life. And Mark Steele was the fitness coach.
Yeah.
He looked at me, he's like, what is this doing here? Like, why is he never gymmed? I said, look, as a pal, I've been invited. I don't know. I'm here. I've never gymmed in my life. What is the bench press? So he showed me what a bench press is.
You know what a bench press was?
No, so he said, listen, you're quite a big kid. So, like, let's put 100 on. And I put the 100 off. I hooked it off those little hooks and I put it back on. I was like, this will kill me. Like, it's going to decapitate me.
Yeah.
And he's like, okay, let's put, like, 80 on. And then 80 hit me on the chest and it didn't move.
No.
was it
He's
60?
lying. He's lying. It was 60.
60 hit me on the chest.
know.
And it didn't move. It didn't move.
Yeah.
And then, like, so anyway, thank God, the next day there was a rugby game. So I then flew around in the rugby game and, like, and then they were like, okay, but this I can't, you know, he can't lift 60 kilograms.
If there's one moment you could relive in your career, what would it be?
Oh, I think when you finish with rugby, like I don't miss the game, I don't miss the training, I miss the changing room. So I would say is whenever we as South Africans beat the All Blacks, that changing room feeling afterwards. And I think there's a lot of
With
test
a cold one
matches
in your hand.
there's a lot of test matches that come close, but for us, the All Blacks was always the pinnacle as South Africans. So when you do get that right and you beat the All Blacks, that changing room, if you can capture and bottle whatever goes on straight after, whether that's in the shower, whether that's like just as you put your number ones on to go to the function, I mean, that's the most beautiful thing you'll ever see in your life.
Shimmy, that gives me a lovely opportunity to immediately ask Schalk what his we buy moment is.
Oof.
Best moment against the All Blacks.
Probably got to go the first time we won it in 2004
Oh,
at Ellis Park. High scoring game, 40-26 or so.
The Juba try game.
40-26.
Juba
Yeah.
hat-trick. John scored one, 40-20. So the first time, so we came really close before that in Christchurch.
Yeah.
I mentioned earlier, Dougie Howlett scored on the hooter. And then we went back there, and like it's one of those games, like you just all in.
A hell of a game.
First time I've experienced beating the All Blacks, so I would say that's the most important for me.
Hell of a game. For our All Black team, number 6. They do it 7.
Yeah, like which one do I've got to go?
Open side.
Open side flanker. Yeah, we've got to go Richie McCaw.
Yeah,
It's only one answer, yeah.
There was a lot of others that played when he was not there. You think, Thompson, Mari Holler, but there was only really one.
Yeah.
And I think his record as captain with the All Blacks sort of proves that. Like if he wasn't playing, the All Blacks were beatable, and for some reason when he played, and maybe we get that out of him at some stage, like they were just unreal.
Actually, do you remember when we won that Tri Nations 04?
Yeah.
And we were roommates as well. And his brother stayed the night with us. So we went out after we won, and he slept in bed with them.
Yeah.
So we get back after the celebrations, and now we're hungry. So we order room service and a milkshake.
Yeah.
I wake up the following morning, so Tian fell asleep in bed with his milkshake. And his milkshake is all like a strawberry milkshake. And he's got this hairy just for strawberry milkshake.
Bakamata that was. Yeah, we went to Bakamata that night.
And then finally, Scala, we buy moment of your career in the Springbok jersey. What was your most special moment?
I mean, it's World Cup. It's got to be World Cup. I mean, it's just the greatest thing you can.
07.
07 World Cup. Yeah.
Okay. You know you're going to get a loop because you've been on the show before.
Yeah, I'm getting one.
But before we do that, we're going to test this thing out. What game was it?
Irish certainly weren't 10 metres back. Will South Africa get the advantage if none comes here?
Dublin 09? No? Hold on. Against Ireland.
100%.
Dublin.
Clatters into Jonica O'Callaghan. Good clean out from the Springboks. Stain and shot for Reed.
Dublin 09.
Little ball
Score.
to
Yeah.
At
Croke Park.
At Croke
Yeah.
Park. In the mistiest day ever. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not sure a lot of people saw the try.
Was that the 100th game? No.
It was when they were
Croke
rebuilding.
Park, 09.
Rebuilding. Yeah.
Okay, you got that one right. Well done.
Thank you.
Next one.
Patrick Lambie from 55 meters out
shit,
to
yeah.
take the lead for South Africa. What drama?
2014, the first time. Well, that was where Liam Messam gave me the high shots.
Yeah.
So I carried it, and it actually you were captain. You went, and they
Yeah,
they
high
dragged
shot
it.
on you from
So like I carried it off 10, I think, and I got a high shot by Liam Messam.
and Patrick Lambie slotted it.
Yeah.
Over. Last one. Well done.
Thank you.
Berger. Oh, good play here by Schalk Burger. Tackled by
Bladen, so it's old.
Supporters
Blades.
with him would have wanted him to do. Berger, Schalk Burger. Terrific moment for the South African.
England, not.
No, let him speak.
I'm trying to figure this out.
I'm just saying it's not England.
Not England.
You scored a try
Yeah.
from the back of the scrum.
Oh, that's my debut against Georgia. Yeah. They got me with the first bit, because it was a scrum off the back of the scrum. And actually,
Yeah.
I've got to give credit to Neil de Kock, because I had a little pick before that.
Yeah.
And I handled the flanker and had a mini line break. And he was like, Sculler, just do the same. Go score your first try.
Thank you, Schalk. You did very well with a blast from the past with our
Thank
nice
you.
little loop.
Thank you. That was lovely. Thank you.
I'm not going to tell you what it is, but Shimmy's actually going to gift you something as well.
Yeah, we've got a loop for you. Okay, we need a color here, John.
There's only one color for him.
What?
Red. Orange.
Give me the ginger there.
It's like red mist.
I was thinking red.
Oh,
You look for the
thanks,
most
Jim.
chilled guy off the field.
Orangi.
On the
Is it-
field, we'll give you.
It's actually orangi. It's
We'll
not
call it red.
Red.
Yeah, we'll call it red.
John Smith, this will be coming straight to your house. Thank you very much, guys. Thanks, Rain, for the loop.
Okay, Sculler, obviously you know the Rainmaker challenge.
Feels like
because
I'm
you're
gonna
the
get set up here, boys, yeah.
But, okay, just for the viewers again, chipping through the
Yeah.
hoop or in the Emerki, throw left-handed.
In the what?
Throw left-handed
In the Emerki.
in the
Yeah.
Emerki.
What's that, a
Little
bucket?
bucket.
Rugby
Okay.
pass through the hoop,
Let's go for the Emerki.
3-pointer.
three-pointer, La
In.
Duma.
Okay.
Okay, here we go for the Rainmaker Challenge. Schalk Burger, start the clock. The Stig. Okay. Sculler, you hold a heavy disciplinary record for the Boks. Exactly how many career yellow cards did you pick up in green and gold?
6.
Well done, yes.
Thank you.
Only
You
six.
know who's got more than me?
Brian Banner.
Brian Banner. Ooh.
Ooh.
Guys,
Close.
right-handed. Close.
Oh. Just a little bit more, Scala. You
Hold
got
on,
it. This one
I can't
will
get this ball
land.
to stand still.
This one will land.
No. It feels like I'm off to a slow start here, boys.
No.
No, you're doing well, Scala.
Oh,
Give him the
toughed it a
Emerki.
bit.
Oh,
Toughed it a
dear.
bit.
There's the Emerki. There we go.
Yeah, okay. Here we go. Question. You won the RB International Player of the Year award back in 2004. Exactly how old were you on the night you lifted the trophy?
21.
Why did you know you were 21?
Oh, what the hell?
Got it. Easy.
Yeah,
That's
next
the
one.
easiest challenge.
Your father, Schalk Burger Sr., was a legendary Springbok lock.
Yeah.
He was famously red carded in 1986. Who did the Boks play against that day?
Oof, 86, the Cavaliers.
Yes, go. So,
Oh, yeah, that's nowhere near. I don't think forwards pass, do they? Oh, yes, you beat it.
oh, no, it doesn't count.
Are you joking?
No, he's got it.
That's through.
Okay. During
Curry.
your 86 Test career, you scored a record-breaking 13 tries as a flanker. Who's the only Tier 1 nation you played against more than 3 times, but never managed to score against?
Oh. England, no?
No.
Yeah, one nation I never scored against.
Tier 1.
Something weird like Australia?
Oh, England tier 1.
Yes.
Australia.
Oh, close.
feels like it's taking forever. Though.
Oh, close again.
Okay. I love
Go
that
over,
little
go
tap
over,
on.
go.
There we go.
Oh, that's very disappointing. I got it, don't
Oh
worry.
no.
Ow.
My ball boy is a bit injured here. What's happening with
Scala,
it?
straight, just straight in the gut. There we go,
There
that's
we
the
go.
one.
Oh, no, it's
It's
back.
so
It's
That
Nice,
one with a
Scala.
little bit more.
Oh dear, that's terrible.
Go show me. You're so athletic.
Sorry guys, can we make a video of my ball boys here? The one
I
doesn't
can't
have a
run.
shoulder, the other one's got a limp.
Oh,
There we go.
yes.
Easy
Okay,
work.
here we
Here's
go.
my weakness now.
When you made your legendary comeback from Bacterial Meningitis against Wales in 2013, how many months had passed since your last professional rugby match?
Oh. What, 2013?
Yeah.
2014.
Answer's 18. At Saracens, you played alongside some of England's modern greats.
Yes.
Who was the Saracens captain who lifted the 2018 Premiership trophy alongside you?
Brad Barrett.
Yes! Finish it off.
Yeah,
Oh, stop
way.
the clock.
No way.
3 minutes 10.
Oh,
No way.
the one care, guys. Yeah.
Well done. The
Comments
tap was
on.
made for you.
Who's
Well
Andre?
done.
Who's Andre Pollard? The name. Yeah.
Well done, Scala. The
No, you
soccer
did
shot
well.
was made. That was
made
the
difference,
game
yeah.
changer, the soccer shot.
Oh no, geez, the chipping was no good. All right, guys.
There we go.
Don't think that's gonna last, by the way.
Scala, thank you very much. That's another
Scala.
episode of the Fan Van. A good man, a gentleman, Schalk Burger, one of the best, an icon in world rugby, joined us as a guest this time, not in the Schalk Burger corner, but he'll be back there for the next episode of the Fan Van. We are still on our road trip out here, and Jean de Villiers is pointing at me.
Yeah, I've got a question.
Yeah?
We're done now with the filming today.
Yo.
How about we go for a nice little dinner?
Okay, let's just do
Yeah,
that.
let's go.
We've been working hard this morning.
Yeah, it's been good. It's been very good.
Just wrap it, Sumi.
Yeah, let's just
and
wrap
we
it
go
up.
for dinner.
I know you interrupted me. I was on flow there. But thank you very much for watching another episode of The Fan Van. And we'll catch you in our next episode on our road trip.
Are we going for dinner?
Yeah, we'll go for
Let's
dinner.
go.